No, because Kylian Mbappe's brain literally told him when to leave PSG, and the neuroscience behind it is actually unhinged. Most elite athletes hit their absolute cognitive and physical peak at 27. Mbappé transferred to Real Madrid at 25. That's not early, that is neurologically on purpose. Here's the thing that no pundit is talking about. Athletic performance isn't just muscles. It's your brain's myelin, the insulation wrapped around your neural pathways, and it determines how fast your decisions actually are. Myelination peaks somewhere between 25 and 30, depending on the athlete. And at 25, Mbappé is sitting right at the beginning of that window, when reaction time, spatial awareness, and decision-making are literally the sharpest they will ever be in his life. But that's not even the strangest part. There are two types of elite athletes neurologically speaking, early peaks and late bloomers, and the science says they need completely different environments to hit their ceiling. Early peak athletes, think Ronaldo at Manchester United, Messi at Barca, explode young because their motor cortex matures fast. They need high-pressure, high-stimulus environments to unlock that speed early. PSG was literally that environment for Mbappé. But here's where it gets wild. The research shows that once an early peak athlete's prefrontal cortex fully develops, full emotional regulation, full strategic processing, they actually need a new challenge stimulus or their performance plateaus. Their brain gets bored. Neurologically bored. PSG stopped being a challenge for Mbappe's brain. The novelty was gone. And without novelty, the brain produces less dopamine during performance, which means less drive, less explosive output, less of that locked-in feeling. The low-key, scariest thing I've ever researched. Real Madrid's sports science team, and I need you to understand these people are not normal. They have been tracking neural adaptation curves for their signings for years. They didn't just want Mbappé, the footballer. They wanted Mbappé at the exact neurological inflection point where a new environment would supercharge his output. The Santiago Bernabéu crowd alone, 80,000 people, produces a cortisol and adrenaline spike in players that is measurably different from other stadiums. Real Madrid's own internal data reportedly showed their players average a 12% improvement in sprint decision latency at home. 12%. That's not vibes. That's biology. Meanwhile, PSG, Manchester City, the Premier League clubs circling Mbappé, they were negotiating contracts. Real Madrid was negotiating with a neuroscience timeline. And that is why every other club lost before the race even started. Now, let's talk 2026 because this is where it gets actually unhinged. Mbappé will be 27 at the World Cup in North America. The exact age the neuroscience consensus identifies as the statistical peak of elite athletic cognitive performance. The way that this is not a coincidence. 2 years in the highest pressure club environment on the planet, playing alongside generational talent, in front of the most demanding crowd in football. That is 2 years of peak window neural reinforcement before the biggest tournament of his career. France's coaching staff has seen this data. They are not calm. The clubs that missed this were optimizing for transfer fees and shirt sales. Real Madrid optimized for a brain. And in 2026, the entire world is going to watch the difference play out in real time. If this broke your brain a little bit, subscribe because we go this deep every single video. And tell me in the comments, do you think Mbappé wins the Ballon d'Or before he wins the World Cup, or the other way around?